Hi guys, thanks for coming back to my channel. I lost my mic that you typically use for voiceover, so I'm using my headset. It's a wireless headset, but it has a phone mic on it, and it's pretty good quality. So I hope that this turns out well. Today I'm painting this girl. This is not actually based on like an actual person. I had a bad drawing day. So what I did was take an image that I already drew and transferred it into my sketchbook just to paint this. I used this from like the Poison Ivy girl I painted like about a year ago. And I'm gonna paint her with like some latex style PVC looking lingerie. I'm starting off with yellow as a base for her skin just to help create those warm undertones. There's a lot of footage from this video that kind of got deleted or just didn't record properly because my phone kept overheating. So I'm sorry about that. Also, I'm painting outside of your view range, but I'm about to adjust it in just a minute. There we go. So we're just starting out with the baselines and kind of leaving out the white spaces because in watercolor you have to leave out all the highlight spaces and paint from light to dark. You can add highlights later with things like acrylic ink or acrylic paint or wash, but I don't have any of the things. And gel pens can kind of be hit or miss and sometimes add a very unpleasant texture to things when you see it up close. So this is my preferred method of leaving out highlights depending on the texture of whatever it is that I'm painting. And since I'm painting the girl and I'm shortening out the creative stage by just simply tracing in a drawing that I already drew, so I didn't have to spend a lot of time trying to figure out what I wanted to paint today because I already had an idea. So the reason why I'm painting this girl in lingerie is because I wanted to talk about OnlyFans' decision to ban explicit content from their page. I know they've recently sent us an email saying that they reneged on the situation, but I just been, reading a lot of articles and seeing a lot of creators talk about their thoughts about the situation and everything, and I kind of wanted to talk about it myself. So I'm disappointed, but honestly, I'm really not that surprised. There's a lot of contributing factors that I think played a role into this. One being that, I don't know, this may sound like a conspiracy theory, but the red moratorium just ended in July, and then Congress went on vacation for 7 months without renewing it. A whole bunch of people's unemployment benefits either got cut in half or completely turned off in an effort to try and get people to go back to work. Social media platforms have been like suppressing people's content once it gets popular. TikTok is one platform that is particularly known for this. Is like people work so hard and they put out so much content, they interact and engage with people for so long until they're finally able to have enough following to get into the creator fund, and they're so excited to get into it, but then they get into it, their views start to tank and their messages start to get suppressed, and they have to turn off the creator fund and try and look for new avenues to get paid. Also, even when I have the creator fund on, it really doesn't pay that much. So I'm told it's literally like pennies on the dollar, not a whole lot, but just like pennies. And at first I was just like, well, money's money, like that's still like a potential avenue to make some little extra cash here and there. That could be a stream of income if your success continues to garner, and if you're sharing your content onto other platforms like YouTube. I've recently started repurposing some of my TikToks onto YouTube now that they have shorts, which is like their own version of stories, similar to how Instagram has them. So I've been posting a lot of those lately, and that's been getting a lot of views, more so than like my actual videos. So I wanted to post like an actual videos. But anyways, back to the whole creator fund and like social media channel most suppressing content. I have a feeling that one of the reasons why OnlyFriends decided to backstab their explicit content creators is because employers are putting pressure on the government and banking institutions to try and make it harder for people to make money outside of a traditional 9 to 5. There has been this movement that has been going on for the past couple of years, to be honest, but everything really came to a head last year and this year in particular with the whole pandemic and all. And lots of people have woken up to really start to break down the illusion of capitalism and really break down, like exactly what we're getting from it. And what a lot of us are learning in our mid-20s and our 30s, some younger, some older, is that, is really not giving what it's supposed to be giving, like even when you work your way up to getting to middle class and you're making anywhere between $50,000 to $100,000 a year, which if you live like in the Midwest would get you into like a middle class status. There's a lot of things that kind of go into that. When you work at a job and your job offers you health insurance, you still have to pay a premium, you still have to pay co-pays, depending on what type of insurance that company has. There's only certain doctors that you can go to that's willing to accept that kind of insurance. Also, you're still limited in terms of the procedures you have to get, and you still have to pay out of pocket. Also, what they don't tell you is that when you work at a job and it pays you health insurance, they actually take a percentage of your pay to go into that medical insurance, and it's not always just like them giving you insurance because you work full-time. It's really more like a discount. Like they're giving you a discount because your employer bought like a corporate insurance package, and then they're giving you a discount. But you can get that insurance on your own and probably find better deals while you're working full-time, and you can reject the insurance that your employer offers you, quote unquote. You can't see me, but finger quotes. But yeah, like it's really not that great. Also, insurance companies like United Healthcare have made it so that you would have to get like if you go to the hospital for an emergency and they say it's not an emergency, then you would have to pay the full cost of that. And just so much going on. But I just kind of wanted to talk about my thoughts about OnlyFans changing their policy and just say that I will be moving on to a different platform soon. I'm not affected by this as significantly as other people because it's not my only source of income. It's not my main source of income. It's really just like a little extra cash here and there. I never really worked too hard at it, mainly because I have 2 jobs and I work 6 days a week typically. And I have 2 Etsy shops, and I'm trying to like build a social media platform for my art and all that. And OnlyFans just kind of just like extra things to kind of support those other endeavors. It was never really meant to be my main thing, my end all be all. So I'm not as affected by it, and I don't post the type of content that they're banning. I literally just share nudes and like some lingerie pictures, which is what I've been doing on the internet since before this platform was a thing. So not much is really changing about that. I kind of felt this change coming, so I've been reluctant to update my OnlyFriends site, but I'll try and do some updates later on this week. And as things change within a month, I'll be gradually switching my content from one platform to another, and you guys can keep updated with that on my Instagram. I usually share my OnlyFans updates on my Instagram stories. I don't really post it on my main page because Instagram doesn't like sex workers talking about their work on social media, and I don't want my platform to get banned. Also, I can't really talk about it on TikTok because, TikTok bans creators and suppresses content and all that. So I hope you guys enjoyed this illustration that I'm doing. I'm sorry that a lot of the later stages of this work was kind of cut out, but my phone overheated last night while I was filming this. I tried to reduce the likelihood that my phone would overheat by separating my ring light from my phone instead of putting my phone in the ring light like I used to. And I didn't have an overhead light, I just had a lamp in the ring light, and I filmed at night, so I figured that would help reduce this. But yeah, there's a lot of theories about why they changed it. But even though OnlyFans sent the email like a few days ago saying that they won't be banning it, the fact that they did, or they were considering it, I just don't trust them as a platform for to be supportive for sex workers going forward. So, and that's how a lot of other people feel, like, thanks, but it's too little too late to kind of advocate for us now. You should have done that from the get-go, from beforehand. And it just kind of puts a bad taste in your mouth when one of the platforms that you're using to support yourself, and a platform that other people have been using to support themselves, whether it's extra cash or their full-time job or whatever, has kind of turned your backs on them. I understand it being better regulated because there's a lot of things on there that shouldn't be on there, such as CP, bestiality, and whatever. But yeah, so here's the pictures of how it looks. You see what I mean by the later stages were not filmed, but I got some good pictures of it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.